Young Sheldon has no excuse for failing Missy after Paige's return. Paige makes her return in Young Sheldon Season 6. As her story progresses, it has only become clearer that CBS has no more excuse for failing Missy. Young Sheldon Season 6 continues Paige's storyline, which means that the Big Bang Theory prequel no longer has any excuse for failing Missy. Sheldon's fellow child prodigy re-emerges in Medford following her failed attempt to run away from home in Young Sheldon's 100th episode. Sadly, her condition has only become much worse since she is last seen on the family comedy, as she reveals that she has ultimately decided to drop out of college. This has left her without a purpose and further down a dark path. Somehow, Paige's story in Young Sheldon has become a cautionary tale for its titular character. Sheldon has witnessed her fall from a promising child prodigy to a troubled kid. Paige reveals how dark TBBT could have been if the socially inept genius didn't have the support of the Pasadena gang. Regardless of what comes next for Paige, however, one thing is for sure: her story means that Young Sheldon can no longer fail Missy. Paige's own story highlights how Young Sheldon wastes Missy. After a chaotic Young Sheldon Season 5 finale, Sheldon and his family have finally settled into their new normal. Aside from their collective arc, the Cooper family members have been given their respective storylines, except for Missy. Instead, she has been shoehorned as a supporting player in whatever else the rest of her clan is going through. However, if CBS can come up with a consistent and great narrative for a guest star Paige, it isn't right that they can continue to sideline Missy. Young Sheldon Season 6 has barely given her any compelling plot, and it definitely needs to change moving forward. Young Sheldon manages to further insult Missy by making her a supporting character in Paige's story. In the outing, she helps Sheldon ensure that their troubled friend finally stops hopping from one college party to another. As she did in the past with Georgie, Mary, and even her twin, Missy functions as the voice of reason for Paige. She reminds her just how promising her future is. Granted that Teresa B plot that revolves around her lying about being at a sleepover, it's safe to say that Young Sheldon can do so much better for Missy than what she is being given, narrative-wise, now. Why Missy needs her own Young Sheldon arc. Young Sheldon's latest TBBT plot hole could provide the CBS comedy more time to delay George's affair and death. However, it needs to start giving Missy her due. Not only is the show wasting the character, but they are also missing a great opportunity to make Young Sheldon much better. By actively tackling Missy's more traditional teenage woes, it makes the series more appealing beyond the Big Bang Theory's fan base. Since coming-of-age stories are universal, seeing Missy tackle her own teenage woes could result in a more interesting dynamic between her and Sheldon, whose experiences as a young genius in college are anything but normal. Young Sheldon ruins Sheldon and Amy's sweetest Big Bang Theory moment. Paige finally returns in Young Sheldon Season 6, but her latest appearance effectively ruins Sheldon and Amy's sweetest The Big Bang Theory moment. Seeing Paige return in Young Sheldon Season 6 is great, but her latest appearance effectively ruins one of the sweetest Sheldon and Amy moments in The Big Bang Theory. Sheldon's fellow child prodigy re-emerges in the CBS family comedy. Instead of addressing her long-standing problems, however, Paige is worse than ever. In an effort to be a good quasi-friend, Sheldon attempts to make sure she's okay, highlighting the character's more human side. Sadly, it's also detrimental to Sheldon's The Big Bang Theory story with Amy. The last time Paige was in Young Sheldon, she seemed like she was already on rock bottom. Clearly, that wasn't the case. As she continues down this troubled path, she has become almost like a cautionary tale for the boy genius. Paige reveals how dark TBBT could have been, as it offers an idea of how lonely Sheldon could have been had it not been for the Pasadena gang. Her appearance, however, is a double-edged sword because it also ruins a particular great The Big Bang Theory moment. Sheldon wouldn't let Amy in his room even after he was in love with her. In Young Sheldon Season 6, Episode 13, Sheldon shadows Paige as she tries to hop from one college party to another. Throughout the night, they also bump into Missy, who takes over and talks Paige out of her self-destructive streak. The Cooper twins bring their friend to Sheldon's dorm room where she spends the night. This cheapens Sheldon and Amy's post-love confession moment in The Big Bang Theory. In the prom equivalency, they admitted their feelings towards each other first time, but despite Sheldon's love for Amy, he still wouldn't let her sit on his bed. Yet, in Young Sheldon Season 6, he let Paige even sleep on it. The mere existence of Paige in Sheldon's life certainly changes how his story in The Big Bang Theory. For starters, it establishes that even at a young age, he is already aware that there are other child prodigies. In fact, even Missy believes that Paige is smarter than her twin brother. Young Sheldon has also attempted to introduce some kind of puppy love connection between the pair, with Sheldon realizing that he had a crush on her supposed rival. The plotline didn't go anywhere because Paige just wasn't interested, but it shows that Sheldon has been capable of being romantically attracted to someone long before he met Amy. Why Sheldon really let Paige sleep in his room. Paige's storyline further proves that young Sheldon needs to ignore TBBT fully. Since the character wasn't mentioned in The Big Bang Theory, CBS can't really develop her arc long-term. Her story is also beneficial to Sheldon as it gives the family sitcom to emphasize his humanity despite his lagging social skills. Granted that Sheldon did object to Missy leaving Paige in his dorm room, he ultimately agreed to it. If he didn't really want to, he could have made a bigger fuss out of the matter. However, the fact that he essentially followed Paige around to ensure that she was safe confirms that Sheldon does care about her.